Hey everyone, we're flying AA on their 737 MAX 8 today, and we're going over to Mexico City. Admiral Lounge here, it's probably one of the worst Admiral's Lounges I've been to. If it's your only option, maybe you could go here and grab a coffee, but just like, you know, salad and soups and stuff. But our flight time is a little bit over, 4 hours and 45 minutes. And it's their new cabin, so it's domestic first class cabin. It's not the lie flat. So we're gonna check that out and see how it is today. Boarding our flight, American Airlines 737-8 MAX to Mexico City from JFK. Only 3 hours delayed. Awesome. Have some power plugs down here. It's a big area. You can fit your Kindle and my chargers and my phone. And the seat recline is here.
Welcome aboard American Airlines. Please place small carry-on items underneath the seat in front of you.
It's pretty generous, and I think the seat's kind of comfortable.
This aircraft has new, larger overhead compartment. Place your baggage.
There's no seatback entertainment here, but you can put your device here,
Small, lightweight items
like your
placed in the seat pocket.
Kindle or your iPad.
Please let us know. Pull up today's
Streaming only.
Stream Apple Music download.
Flight was delayed
Original content.
3 hours, so there's a bunch of people like on another flight, and this flight's probably half full.
Tablet or laptop.
American Airlines.
It's raining. Tired. We got individual air vents and generous recline. Show you the tray table and the meal later. It's a smaller area down here. This is the same seat as the premium economy for a long haul, but it's a thinner seat, less padding, but it's comfortable. There's no power down here. It's only down here. I just let it room though. 3 hour delay. We're on AA, domestic first class. 737-8 MAX.
Time.
Flight's canceled.
We truly appreciate your patience and cooperation
So now we
on
have to
today's
get a
delay.
hotel voucher.
Once again, the customer services next to gate
Next tomorrow.
38. Please advise them about hotel.
Well, it's the next morning, if you can call it that. Flight has been delayed again, but at least they have a co-pilot now, and hopefully we'll be on time, fingers crossed. Back in the Admiral's Lounge for food is horrible. The eggs are chalky and pasty, and enough complaining, I guess. We got a food voucher. We'll probably get some water with that. That's probably all you can afford. Whoa, wait. Let me interrupt for a second. Let me put some backstory on this whole ordeal with the cancellations and delays for this flight before we get back into it. So don't click away yet. So let's start off with the bad. After a 3-hour delay, we finally boarded the plane. Yay! But after the boarding was complete, the pilot came over the PA and said, "I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to deplane because this flight has been canceled." What the heck am I gonna do at 10 o'clock at night? Well, that's the same question every other passenger had. Was the flight delayed to weather? Was it delayed to something else, mechanical? No, it wasn't mechanical. The flight apparently was called a delayed in weather. While other flights were taking off, what the real problem was that the flight that the co-pilot was on for our flight was originating from Miami. Miami had bad weather and he couldn't get out of the airport, so we didn't have a co-pilot. Hence, we couldn't fly. That's why the flight was canceled. So our flight was automatically rescheduled till 9 a.m. the next morning. We were directed to a service desk where we were told we could get a food voucher, maybe even a hotel voucher. After about 45 minutes of standing in line with a bunch of very angry people, we were given two $15 food vouchers. Initially, we were told that we couldn't get a hotel voucher because we lived in the tri-state area, Connecticut, New York. Now, what you don't understand is it takes almost 4 hours by train and via metro and air train to get from where I live to the JFK airport. So it wasn't a viable option for us to go back home and take a nap and come right back to the airport in the morning. The airline then said, okay, we'll give you a hotel voucher. Since we were probably one of the few nice people at that point not screaming and being calm in the airport. They said they would give us a voucher, and then they said, oh, but wait, it's in New Jersey. We're in JFK, New York right now. And I looked it up, and it was over an hour drive away. That's just crazy. We appreciate the fact, but it just wasn't going to work out. What I did was book a hotel in New York using my personal hotel points. Now, what did we learn here? A, be nice to the people who are trying to help you, because it's not technically their fault. They're just there working service, you know. So don't get angry. You get more flies from honey than vinegar, the old adage goes. Understandably, people are mad, but you know, what can you do? 2, the airline needs to be more forthcoming with its information. If you don't think you're gonna get a pilot in, cancel the flight early, or tell the people ahead of time so they can try to make accommodations. Instead of letting them sit in the airport for 3 or 4 hours before you do so. Now, when we came back to the airport the next day, 9 a.m. supposed to be our departure, we got up early after 4 hours of sleep, tired, but we made it there. Then the airline delayed the flight again. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 4.5 hours. Oh, scheduled departure is now 1. Interesting. At least you could have done was say, we don't have a pilot, we don't have a co-pilot, whatever the heck you're doing, so I could have slept a few more hours and not wasted all my hotel points going halfway across Manhattan to sleep and then come back 4 hours later for a flight that didn't even take off. What have we learned here? Always keep a stash of different hotel points that you can use at a minute's notice in case you're stuck somewhere and you don't want to pay cash. 2, always have airline points. You can look for a different flight. If given enough notice, you might be able to get on another flight from another airline and cancel the one you're on if possible. It's already canceled. So 2, book all of your flights and travels plans with a card that offers travel cancellation or interruption insurance, because if you book those flights on there, even if it's a mileage ticket, you can get a claim submitted for your expenses, being train travel or taxi cabs or food or lodging even. It might be a little bit more hoops to go through, but it might cover you in the long run. Lessons learned. Air travel nowadays is, you're gonna find bumps and whatever. And that's not just in the air, it's on the ground too. Anyways, back to the flight review. One more time. Hopefully this is no delays. Round 2. 1 p.m. next day. Trying to fly. They found the co-pilot. Hopefully we're on their way. Got a break in the weather. Gonna make it. And smooth sailing down to Mexico City. American Airlines 737 8 max. Leg room. Seats. Guess I'm just pretty much happy just to get on a plane again and be able to get on my way. It's difficult when you try to deal with weather delays and you're constantly trying to switch flights and find different carriers. And it sucks. That's what I was saying.
Anything. Yes, I know.
Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff.
Unless there's weather.
Now it's our turn to take off. Bye, New York. Until next time. It's been real. Haha, funny, not funny. Hasta luego, Nuevo York. Did you have to watch an ad before?
Yeah.
So you have to watch an ad just to get the free in-flight movies. Really? For Bon Voyage at that. Wow. It's like Deadpool's been out for like 5 years. It's not new. Live TV, that might be interesting. Oh well. That's your entertainment. Old stuff. Starting off with some warm nuts. I never really liked the warm nuts. They always taste weird. They taste gross.
Really?
Yeah, like stale. Right?
I would say they're stale.
They taste weird.
Try this one.
Doesn't matter which bowl you take them from, they still taste stale. Like weird, like last night's nuts. Waiting for our lunch. Got the roasted chicken. And I think she got the ravioli. Gin and tonic. More vino blanco. Blanco vino. My food has arrived. Chicken, mashed potatoes, like double baked mashed potatoes. This, I don't know, looks like a guac dip or something. I'm sure it'll be fine. Real silverware. And this other option is raviolis, tortellinis, right? Balsamic. It's okay. Needs some salt, I think. It's a little dry.
Would you like a piece of bread?
The iPad will fit in the holder. If you have a thick case though, it might not. Over there.
Was it delicious? Was it mediocre? Not dirty. I didn't make it so. It's a classy option.
Dessert is served.
Don't know what lake that is or what. It looks really silty and dry. It's really different.
Welcome to Mexico City.